Hi, my name is Vanessa and I'm the founder of What Me Shake Me. What Me Shake Me is actually my side hustle, so I actually currently am still working full time, and yeah, What Me Shake Me is my little baby. I am Malaysian Chinese. I was born in Malaysia and I moved here when I was 11. So home is here actually, home is London because I moved my family, my mum's side of the family are all here from Hong Kong. And yeah, a little bit about What Me Shake Me. So What Me Shake Me are exclusive fitness and social events, and every event is at a different boutique fitness studio followed by a social. So the social is always, brunch, lunch, dinner, rooftop drinks, and the whole idea and concept came about because I was never into fitness. I always bunked PE. But I went solo traveling for like 9 months, came back from my solo traveling, and then this is after I graduated from uni. So yeah, coming back from 9 months traveling, it's pretty depressing trying to find a job, my first grad job. So I was applying for my grad schemes and I was like, oh, I'm so used to, being out and about, always walking, being active. So that's when I first started getting into fitness. And I was like, okay, I need to just get out of the house. It's too depressing always being indoors looking for jobs. Then I started getting into ClassPass. I think I started my fitness journey about 3-4 years ago now, and that's when it just started getting a bit popular in terms of like working out and trying cool, trendy studios. But a lot of my friends didn't really get it. They were like, I don't understand why you would spend so much money on working out, and you were traveling across, I was literally traveling across London to try out these studios. I live in Essex, and I would literally travel to like Chelsea, then back, so that's like 2 hours of my time just to try out a class. And yeah, none of my friends really got it, and they were like, why would you spend all this time and money on it? So I mean, when you're into working out and you go into these classes, you just want to have your like girl squad, like gym buddies, go to work out, and then after that go for brunch, and I didn't have that. So that's how like the whole concept came about, because I was, especially if you're new to London and it's hard to like make friends and meet like-minded people, this is a great way to come to a class, and then after that you get to treat yourself to like good food or drinks, and it's always like really good energy, because obviously as soon as you step into a class or an event at What Me Shake Me, you already know you can say hi to the person next to you, and obviously like in terms of being friendly towards you. When you usually go to a normal class, like you never say hi to someone, and usually you just go to class, you just dash out, have a shower and leave. So we all train together, and then we go out and like enjoy ourselves. And every event, like I book out the whole studio so that it's like an exclusive event. Because if you just book out a few classes, it just means that there are going to be other people that are strangers and not in the event, so they'll be like, why are you talking to me? And the vibe is a bit different. But yeah, that's kind of why I started What Me Shake Me. And in a way, I'm also trying to like basically promote diversity and raise more awareness so that more different types of people will do like fitness and get into wellness, because I think there's a bit of a knowledge gap. You always see the same kind of fitness influences, same kind of people at like these fitness festivals. So yeah, I want to raise more awareness to like different types of people that are not really aware of this really cool, fun fitness space, because it is not boring and it's not just torture. It's supposed to be fun, and yeah, you get to meet great people, which is like definitely one of the highlights of these events. So yeah.
So would you say like your family was very supportive of you when you decided to start? Is that a sensitive topic?
So my family, they are very, very supportive now. So I'm very close to both my parents. I tell them everything. Yeah, I think, so I mentioned how I went traveling for like 9 months on my own after I graduated, before I came back and I was looking for my full-time job, my grad scheme and everything. And actually the story behind it is, so when I came back from traveling, I actually really wanted to be a travel blogger. So I was actually on YouTube for a little bit. I was like video editing, like I love video editing and like photography and all that stuff. But yeah, my dream job was to become a travel blogger. And I had like shot all this content from like my solo travels, and I was like, okay, when I come back to London, I'm gonna give the whole corporate role thing a go, but I'm gonna make it big as a travel blogger. So I'm gonna edit my videos and I'm gonna post every week on YouTube whilst I'm like doing my full-time job. And yeah, my dad wasn't supportive of that. He was supportive of it in a way, but I think he didn't take it very seriously. I feel like my dad's always supportive in a way, like with whatever I do. Like I said, I'm very close to him, but I think he just didn't take it very seriously. And I think also at that point, I haven't given that whole like corporate job a go yet. So I think I had something to prove. But then when I worked for the financial regulator because I'm in the grad scheme, and that's like 2.5 years. And within that 2.5 years, I think they've seen the way I wasn't happy. They've seen the way I wanted to quit my job. Honestly, like my job is great, like good work-life balance, people are amazing, but it's just not for me. And that's what I always say to people. And then, yeah, when I came out with this idea, they were supportive, but I think they became even more supportive when they could see me translate my idea into something that's actually real. That's when they saw, you know what, actually, you know, she's really passionate about it. But to be honest, I was talking about it for a while anyway, but I think it's different when you actually see it real life, like see it happening, see the way it gave me life, see the way I got energy from it. Because I'm naturally quite extroverted, I think I vibe off people a lot, and I would have preferred to work in a role that was more front facing, which my job doesn't really have that much of. So I think when they saw that I was happy, then they're fine. And yeah, I'm taking a career break and everything, and they're fully supportive of that as well, which is not very, I feel like sometimes a bit unusual for like Asian parents. But I do think that I come from a background, like my family, they are very open compared to usual Asians as well. So I'm definitely very fortunate in that sense. But I think that's probably because they came to uni, they went to uni in London, so they're a little bit more westernized. So yeah.
So would you say with this like work me, shape me thing, is that gonna be your thing? So
Yeah.
That's your dream job now instead of travel blogging, or is that still your dream job?
Yeah, so it's also very strange. So after I went 9 months solo traveling, I came back. I've been back from that travel for about, how long have I been back for? 4.5 years now. And I would say last year was the first year I felt that I got the travel bug out of my system. So for a good 3 years, I was still traveling a lot whilst I was doing a full-time job. So I remember there was 1 year I went on 10 holidays. Yeah, so I literally went on holiday whenever I could, basically. And whenever I was solo traveling, then I was still shooting videos. I stopped editing, I stopped putting videos on YouTube, but I was still shooting videos because I really enjoyed it. And then yeah, like it was actually a really good feeling to feel like, you know, I didn't have to travel or escape. Because I think, okay, everyone needs a holiday to rest, to take a break. But I think a lot of people go travel because actually it is to escape from the reality, because they're not happy. And it was so refreshing last year when I actually launched What We Shape Me, that I didn't feel like I had to travel anymore. If anything, I want to stay in London more to do my events. So yeah, I don't think travel vlogging is my dream job anymore. Also, I think I'm a bit older now, so it's a bit different. In a sense that I don't think I could be constantly traveling, moving around. It gets very exhausting.
Would you say, obviously, I think a lot of Asian parents, when like their kid tell them, oh, I want to do this creative job, that they're a bit freaked out because we just say it and we don't actually act upon it. And even if we do something about it, we're just gonna like want to do something else later. So our like attention span is really short.
Yes, I agree.
So how would you say people should still like pursue what they want to do, because like it's only then that you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I definitely agree that you should like give it a try and then prove yourself to them. Because I think Asian parents, like, they don't take you seriously because they know, they're like, oh, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna succeed, or you're not gonna, like you said, the attention span thing. It's just gonna be a spur in the moment kind of thing, a bit of fun. And personally, like, I am exactly the same. So I've always thought, you know, one day I'm gonna start my own thing. And the amount of things I've started, / the amount of ideas I've had, I'll get so excited about it, and then I'll talk about it, then nothing happens. And that's exactly why I think that parents don't take you seriously, is because it's all talk. It's like, show me some action. And it's not just like, you know, showing them action, it's actually showing them that it's gonna be for a prolonged time, that you're gonna sustain that interest. Like What Me Shape Me. The only reason why I decided to take a career break was because I was like, oh my gosh, I finally found a thing that I'm not like bored of after like 3 months. Otherwise, I definitely think like I wouldn't have taken like I wouldn't take this big step. Yeah, you just don't know when you're gonna get bored of it. Like personally, I get bored of things very easily, so yeah.
What would your advice be for other people who might want to do what they want to do, but they're still kind of doing their like job and they're not sure?
Yeah.
It's because obviously it's a risk to take, right? Like, what would your advice be?
My advice is, if you like something enough, then you'll make time for it. Just because you've got a full-time job is not an excuse. If you really like it enough, you give it a shot. I don't think anyone should just quit their job and go for it if you haven't tried it, because like I said, people nowadays, our interest span and attention span is very short. So give it a try, and then yeah, you just need to prove yourself to yourself essentially. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone else. Obviously, it's nice to get support from your family, but to be honest, if you prove yourself to yourself, you're basically creating some sort of fulfilling result anyway. So your parents will be happy for you, really.
Yeah, thank you.